What happens when a baseball team's surefire victory turns into a devastating collapse in just 9 batters? The Chicago Cubs learned this painful lesson on Sunday in what might be one of the most heartbreaking meltdowns of the 2025 season. The Washington Nationals pulled off an absolutely stunning comeback, erasing a 3-1 deficit with an explosive 5-run 9th inning to shock the Cubs 6-3 at Wrigley Field. But here's where it gets controversial. This wasn't just any ordinary rally. This was a complete systematic breakdown by Cubs closer Daniel Palencia that left fans questioning whether he should even be in a closing role. Let me paint the picture for those new to baseball. Imagine you're protecting a 2-run lead with just 3 outs to go. In baseball terms, that's like having a 95% chance of victory. Palencia, whose job as the closer is specifically to finish games and secure wins, stepped onto the mound with what should have been a routine save opportunity. Instead, what unfolded was nothing short of catastrophic. Palencia couldn't retire a single batter, not one. He faced 5 consecutive Washington hitters and allowed all of them to reach base before limping off the field with an undisclosed injury. For context, this marked his 3rd blown save of the season, raising serious questions about his reliability in high-pressure situations. The destruction began immediately when Robert Hassel III launched a solo home run to make it 3-2, cutting Chicago's lead in half. What followed was a masterclass in clutch hitting that Cubs fans will want to forget. C.J. Abrams managed an infield single, essentially a weakly hit ball that barely made it past the pitcher. James Wood drew a walk, loading the bases and setting the stage for maximum drama. Then came the moment that flipped everything on its head. Pinch hitter Josh Bell, a player brought in specifically for this at-bat, stepped into the batter's box and did exactly what he was paid to do. On the very first pitch he saw, a low inside fastball that most hitters would struggle with, Bell turned on it and sent it sailing to the opposite field, finding the basket in left center field for his 17th home run of the season. But wait, there's more controversy brewing here. Was this really great hitting by Bell, or was it simply terrible pitching by Palencia? The pitch selection and location suggest the Cubs' closer was already rattled and not executing his game plan effectively. The nightmare wasn't over for Chicago. Dalen Lyles stepped up and ripped a triple off the still struggling Palencia, then scored easily on Brady House's sacrifice fly, his 2nd RBI of the game. Just like that, a comfortable Cubs lead had transformed into a 6-3 Nationals advantage. For the Cubs, this loss stings on multiple levels. Carson Kelly provided the offensive firepower with 2 solo home runs, giving his team what seemed like enough cushion to win. Starting pitcher Colin Rea delivered a solid performance, allowing just 1 run on 3 hits while striking out 6 batters over 5 1/3 innings. The bullpen strategy even worked initially, with opener Drew Pomeranz throwing a perfect first inning. Mason Thompson earned the victory for Washington, despite allowing a run and 2 hits in the 8th inning, while Jose Ferrer secured his 7th save of the season with a clean 9th inning. This marked Washington's 5th win in their last 6 games and gave them the series victory, 2-1. The implications extend beyond just 1 game. This defeat dropped the Cubs to 7.5 games behind first-place Milwaukee in the National League Central Division, a gap that's becoming increasingly difficult to close as the season winds down. Here's what most people miss about games like this. They often reveal the true character of a team. The Nationals showed incredible resilience and clutch performance when it mattered most. Meanwhile, the Cubs' late-game execution continues to be a glaring weakness that could ultimately cost them a playoff berth. Some additional context for baseball newcomers: Carson Kelly's performance deserves special recognition. His 16th and 17th home runs of the season brought his RBI total to 49, setting a new career high. In his last 7 games alone, he's driven in 8 runs, showing remarkable consistency at the plate. Looking ahead, both teams face crucial stretches. The Nationals will send right-hander Cade Cavalli, 2-1, 4.85 ERA to the mound Monday against Miami, while the Cubs hadn't announced their starter for Monday's game in Atlanta at the time of this writing. Before the game, the Cubs honored former sluggers Sammy Sosa and Derek Lee, who were inducted into the team's Hall of Fame over the weekend. The pregame ceremony celebrated two legends, but the actual game result left current fans with little to celebrate. So here's a question that Cubs fans are probably asking themselves right now. How do you blow a 2-run lead in the 9th inning without getting a single out? And more importantly, can Daniel Palencia be trusted in future save situations? Or is it time for management to make a change? What do you think? Was this just an unfortunate fluke, or does it expose deeper problems with the Cubs' bullpen strategy? Should Palencia remain the closer after this meltdown, or is it time for a new approach? The debate is sure to rage among Cubs fans who are running out of patience with late-game collapses.